There's a lot of amazing things to appreciate and love about the warmer weather, especially many of you like me, that have been cooped up all winter long. You finally get to go outside, experience the outdoors again, remember what it was like to have fun before the winter weather. But another great thing about the weather warming up is selecting our scent of the day, right? And something that I've been incorporating, and that's what inspired me to do this, put together this list here for you guys, is the weather and these fragrances just go together perfectly. You throw on the perfect outfit to boot, and you are just the total package, right? But fragrances, though, we are talking about fresh, clean fragrances. There's even soapy fragrances that have been in my weekly rotation that I want to feature here. I'm really excited about what you guys are going to hear today. Stay tuned. This amazing list comes up next. Back, everyone. If it's your first time here, first of all, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for clicking on the video today. At any point, if you're like, you know what, I'm really digging the vibe around here, click that subscribe button. Everybody that's here, no matter what, you have to hit the like button. That's the policy around here. I don't have many policies, but that is definitely one of them. We've mixed in a bunch here. I have a couple cheapies. We have some designer, the designer ones are cheapies. But anyway, you guys already know. You've been watching videos a long time. You guys know. And then we, of course, have some niche options. Like I said, there's a couple here you've never heard me talk about before. And when it comes time to showcase them, I'll tell you. But anyway, let's get into this list. This is not ranked. We're just going to grab and go with the flow, baby. That's kind of how it works around here. All right, guys, the first fragrance on this list today comes from the house of Montblanc, and this is Individual. Yep. You know what I love about this fragrance, guys? This is such a nice, dumb reach type of fragrance. There's no denying it smells great. It really does. It has this fresh citrus, like tart-like citrus quality to it. It's soapy. The heart of the fragrance, once you're introduced to those florals, you do get a soapy, clean, soapy kind of vibe to it, That's what I was going for there. Then you have some woods and some musk in the base. This stuff is great. I mean, it really is. It's definitely one of those like dumb reach type of fragrances. And I believe you can pick this one up right around that $30 or under mark here in the States. But a great one to help you smell fresh and clean. It's got a little bit of a spicy edge to it. Not overly spicy or anything like that, but it's there, But just a great fragrance. As I said, whenever you want to smell fresh and clean and have somewhat of a soapy, cleanliness vibe about you, that's what Montblanc Individual is. A lot of people talk about this fragrance. A lot of people praise it within the community, and for good reason, because the way I describe it is the way it is. It's just very fresh and clean, slightly spicy with some woods and musk. Beautiful fragrance, easy one to wear, easy to enjoy. This is going to be your, any situation for that matter. You could wear it into the office. It's just non-offensive, and it's very just, like I said, like pleasing to the nose, That's Montblanc, that's Individual. The next fragrance, one of you actually recommended this fragrance to me, and I apologize. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one of you recommended this for me to try, but it is Prada Amber pour Homme. This stuff is just amazing. It's amazing. I love the combination. I get neroli right off the top of this. I love that combination of neroli and jasmine. I believe there's also either it's mandarin orange or bitter orange. I can't really remember the notes exactly, but one of those two there. So the interesting thing about this amber fragrance, in contrast to what I know amber fragrances to be, that go into a more warm direction, this one has a bit of warmth, but it's contrasted perfectly with those citrus components that I was speaking of. Then once you get, into the deeper heart of the fragrance, the powdery tones from the neroli come out a little bit more, and that jasmine's playing along to create this powdery tone versus more of a floral pronounced tone. So you have this powdery atmosphere going along with that citrus, and then in the base, you have sandalwood, so a creamy sandalwood and a vanilla. And what the vanilla does to me is this powdery take of vanilla, and you guessed it, it amplifies that powdery tone. So what you have here is a very fresh, soapy style fragrance that is just absolutely amazing. It really is. And this is perfect for the office. And if I didn't say it already, I'm not featuring Prada L'Homme today because I'm featuring this one. Now, they are two different fragrances. It is definitely not redundant to own both fragrances. I just wanted to showcase this one over that fragrance today. So that's why I'm featuring Amber Pour Homme from Prada. Let me know if you guys have this, if you own it, and if you love it, because this stuff is just amazing to me. The next fragrance on this list, this was a tough one to include, and you'll see why in a second here, but I just recently did a review on this, and all of you, I have to say, you were very positive in that comment section, and I love that. I love reading, you know, positive things, even though when I don't give such a positive, you know, outlook on a particular fragrance. But again, I feel like my responsibility to you as the audience, as the viewer, is to always be honest and share my honest opinions and thoughts, right? That's exactly what I did when I talked about Acqua Dijo Eau de Parfum. Okay, but look, regardless of what I said, we're taking all that and putting that aside. We're just gonna solely focus on this fragrance here. When you smell this, there is no denying that there is this fresh, clean vibe about it. I really do appreciate the use of the citruses here. I love the fact that they took Profondo, which you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of, but they took it and they cleaned up that DNA. And they give us a fresh take here. They gave us a fresh take that has a mineral, aquatic, sea salty, sea air, you know, type of vibe to it. And I appreciate that. If you guys were around last summer, I spent a lot of time talking about fragrances that really reminded me of that weather because I love that smell. They captured that here. They did a great job. They really did. And like I said, it's on the list today because it falls into that category. This would fall into the category of fresh and clean. And yes, I have been enjoying this fragrance. And yeah, so that's why it's here. Acqua Dijo Eau de Parfum. If you're looking for a fresh, clean fragrance and you don't own the next fragrance on this list, definitely worth getting your nose on this one. With that said, the next fragrance on this list comes from the house of Dolce Gabbana. This is Dolce Gabbana Light Blue Forever. I loved this fragrance last year and I love it now. This stuff is just fresh, clean, inviting. I love that use of grapefruit up top, the vetiver in the dry down. Again, it's another fragrance that gives you this kind of, you know, marine, watery, marine-like atmosphere with the or vibe, I wanted to say. Not, well, I guess atmosphere works with that, you know, that sea salty air vibe that it has going for it. And I took this one to Florida on vacation with me last year and loved wearing it. It fit the weather there perfectly and beautifully, you know. And you guys know I said about the grapefruit note, it's very photorealistic. It smells like when you slice open a grapefruit and you take in that first whiff. That's exactly what this smells like. So for a designer, they did a damn good job with this one here. But I'm telling you straight, if you own this and you're thinking about Acqua Dijo Eau de Parfum, you need to get in the store and sample it. Don't blind buy it. And now, the next fragrance on this list is very near and dear to my heart because it was my first ever niche purchase, okay? I bought it directly from the brand, and it comes from Amouage. And this one is Reflection Man. You guys know this fragrance, don't you? It opens up, it's a little bit spicy. You know, I would say more on like the fresh, spicy side. Then you have, man, that opening is just something else, man. You have this powdery vibe in the heart of the fragrance. I believe it's a combination of jasmine, and there's other floral ingredients there also. In the base, you have beautiful, creamy sandalwood. You also have some musk here. This stuff is incredible, guys. If you haven't checked this fragrance out, but you've heard of the hype is real with this one. I love Reflection Man so much. Like I said, my first niche purchase, and I love this fragrance. I love wearing this one when I'm decked out. I have a black suit on with a white shirt and a black tie. I have my wingtip shoes on, my black wingtip shoes on, dress shoes. That is like the outfit to wear when you're wearing this fragrance. Now, a lot of people say that they don't get great performance on this. Now, this bottle has got to be like 5 years old at this point, at least 5 years old at this point. And I get great performance here. I can't complain. It's not a beast, don't get me wrong, but I get, you know, I would say 8 hours minimum, 8 to 10 hours on this fragrance. So pretty damn good if you're asking me. But if you haven't checked this fragrance out, definitely do it. Reflection Man by Amouage. Let's talk about a sophisticated, fresh fragrance that does go in like this marine aquatic vibe, right? This is from Amouroud, and this is Whetstone, one of my very, very favorites from this brand. I love this fragrance so much. You guys that have been around the channel, you guys already know what the deal is with this fragrance, but the interesting thing here, yeah, you have that nice ginger note that I, you know, commonly associate Amouage fragrance. Nah, bro, that's Amouroud, not Amouage. Fragrances having, but the interesting thing here is the mineral accord that they've selected or that they utilize here. It always reminds me of a waves crashing off those huge big rocks, because you get that mineral smell from those rocks, you know, the big huge rocks that are in the ocean, waves crashing up on them. You guys know what I'm talking about. You definitely smell that here, okay? But this has such an elegant and sophisticated nature about it, which is very interesting, because the way I describe it is like that. You're thinking, oh, that's got to be a nice, fun fragrance. To smell it, yeah, it is kind of like pleasant and fun and transportive in a way, but I'm telling you, that accord itself does not really tell the story behind this fragrance, because let me tell you, this stuff is just, it's amazing. It's stunning. It's very, very elegant and sophisticated. And of course, it is very fresh also. My favorite from the house, from Amouroud, Wet Stone. Guys, this is a must try. If you haven't tried out Wet Stone from Amouroud, you definitely have to get your noses on this one. The next fragrance on this list is one of my favorite designer releases, I think, of all time, okay? It's Jean Varvatos, and it's Artisan Pure. I just love this fragrance. There's just something about it that's I always find attractive. Here, I love that opening, that slightly spicy kick with those citruses up top, later transitioning into this beautiful soapy, fresh, you know, theme that it has going for it in the heart there. Then the dry down, you have woods and you have musk. There's not a whole lot of complexity here. It only takes about 10 minutes to evolve on skin, and then the rest of the time, the rest of the time, it's completely linear. But what I love about this fragrance is it smells damn good and it lasts a pretty long time, especially for a Jean Varvatos fragrance. His fragrances are known to not really give us the longest staying power in the world. 4 to 5 hours, typically what you're getting from the house. Here, 6 to 8 hours is what I've been getting always with this fragrance. And this is a new bottle. It's a 2021 batch. So it's a new bottle, and yeah, still getting the same performance out of this. Guys, if you guys have not checked this one out yet, you really have to try it. It's so good. It's fresh, it's clean, it's citrusy, and it's soapy. I mean, this one really does it all for you, and that's why I love it so much, because it's so easy to wear. And again, it's another one of those fragrances where occasions go out the window. If you want to wear this into the office or to a formal event, go ahead, because nobody is going to dislike this. It's just that much of a pleasant scent. Check it out from the house of Jean Varvatos, Artisan Pure. The next fragrance up on this list comes to us from the house of Nishane, and it is Egg. I love this fragrance. I love this stuff. It smells so good. I love that note of mint in the opening. It's so real. You could almost I want to reach out and just grab the mint leaves, you know, because you could smell them. You could smell the other citrus components there in the top. You also get this marine, watery kind of effect, but there's also this cucumber water, right? I say that there's a cucumber water accord here. That's like kind of like my joke when I'm talking about this fragrance, because I smell it. I smell cucumber water every single time that I smell this fragrance, right? And I will always say that when I talk about this one, because that's the vibe that it gives me. So as you can imagine, with all of those things, also I just picked up here while it's wafting, there is a white floral touch also within this fragrance, and this just really exudes fresh. You know, this is fresh and clean, and it is it's more of a playful fragrance, but one that I could see you wanting to dress up because you love the DNA that much and you just want to smell fresh and clean. It does have an uplifting character about it. You know, after all, mint is said to do that within fragrances, and you know, it's a fresh ingredient, so I do love the note of mint. And you know, I love grabbing this one though for the casual or my lazy days when I'm not at work, you know, and I'm just kind of lounging around the house. Yeah, I love to spritz this one on when I have nothing going on. It's a great fragrance, and like I said, it has all those personalities to where you could wear it whenever you want. But another great one, if you're looking for a phenomenal fresh option for yourself, this one is definitely one to check out. Nishane's Egg. The next fragrance, second to last on this list, comes to us from the house of Chanel, and it is Chanel Allure Homme Sport Edition Blanche. Haven't talked about this one in quite some time, right? Edition Blanche is great. I love that note of lemon in here. Smells like lemon meringue pie. It's got a bit of a powder feel to it. You know, kind of like Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme has. It has like a powdery sort of a vibe. You definitely get that vibe within this fragrance as well. You also get some sandalwood here, I believe. I know there's a wood credited. I apologize, can't remember, but I believe it's sandalwood. There's definitely musks in here because it is very musk heavy in the base. And it could be a combination of the vanilla and the musk playing alongside of each other. But man, oh man, is this stuff great. The only drawback with this one, and I'll mention it every time, is the performance is not good. It's really not. It's 4 to 5 hours is all you're going to get with this fragrance here. But let me tell you, it's one of those situations where for that 4.5, 5 hours there, or 4 to 5 hours rather, you know that you are going to smell great. And you know that it's going to put a smile on your face. So for that moment, you don't really care. At least when I spray this one on, that's what I think. But hey, Chanel, if you ever watch any time I mention this fragrance, I ask for it every time. Please, for the love of God, give us Chanel Allure Homme Sport Edition Blanche Eau Extreme. Thank you. The last fragrance on this list, okay? This is the first time I'm ever featuring this fragrance here. It comes from the house of Mdci, and this is Invasion Barbare. This is the quintessential barbershop fragrance, and why the hell am I showing it here? I'm going to tell you. This is my signature scent to wear into the barbers. When I'm going to my barbershop and going to visit my barber, this is what I wear each and every time. Each and every time he pays me the same compliment. My God, what are you wearing? It smells so great. Well, my friend, you're probably used to this smell. But anyway, guys, this one, forget about the notes because you have, white florals. You have some spices in here. I believe cinnamon, nutmeg. You also have some woods like sandalwood. There's definitely musk in here. But let me tell you what this smells like. This smells like an extremely luxurious shaving soap. That's what this smells like. When that barber is getting ready to touch up your neckline there in the back and he puts the hot lather on the back of your neck and he begins shaving, and then after that's over, he puts that shaving tonic on the back of your neck. That's what this fragrance right here, that's what this reminds me of. That's why I wanted to include it on the list. Like I said, going forward, when it's appropriate, I want to include one fougere per video, and this one happens to be a barbershop fougere and the best barbershop fragrance that was ever created, in my humble opinion. I love this stuff. Like I say, guys, you are going to smell fresh, clean. You have that soapy, powdery thing going on, but this is done like no other, okay? This is just the most elegant and luxurious barbershop fougere that I have ever smelled in my life. And I just can't say enough great things about it. I wear this one more consistently now than I have ever before because I'm just so addicted to the way this stuff smells. And guys, look, if you love your barbershop fougeres and you want something a bit more on the fresh side, but you don't want it to go in the green, like in that green fougere family, or ones that have pronounced woody or earthy kind of a backbone, go with Invasion Barbare from Mdci. The worst you could do is sample it and decide then it's not for you. But I'm telling you, you guys need to check out this fragrance and see what it's all about, because I'm telling you, it's extremely, extremely great. It truly is. And this is one that performs. Although it's not a beast, I wouldn't call it a beast. On my skin, it teeters. It teeters. I definitely have to watch the sprays on this because for the first 2 to 3 hours, it does project pretty heavy. Guys, if you're looking for a fresh, clean barbershop scent, this is it right here. Invasion Barbare. All right, that's my list of 10 fresh, clean fragrances and a few soapy ones also. I really wanted to think outside the box. While also thinking outside the box, I really wanted to include everybody. As I said before, not everybody experiences the same weather everywhere around the world. So, and I also wanted to think of just different styles that you guys may be into. You know, that's why I wanted to include Mdci in here. That's why I wanted to include niche options, designers, and have a couple more affordable options, and some things that are new that maybe you weren't really exposed to. And hopefully I exposed you to some really great fragrances. So if I did and you took something of value, again, definitely think about subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, I get it, but before you leave, throw me up a like. I would really appreciate that. Guys, I'll see you very soon Until next time, I need you to do me a favor. Love each other. Take care of each other and respect everyone, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you. Love you guys. Peace.